For starting to learn English, everybody is worried about one thing: how much time it will take to learn English or master English. Now look, it takes time, right? From 3 months to 6 months to even 1 to 2 years to gain a little bit of confidence first, then a little bit of knowledge, then we can advance that knowledge. And of course, if we want to master that any language, not only English, it's true for German, French, in any language you can imagine of. It takes time, brother. But I would like to add here one thing, that, and I will give you a clear roadmap so that you can start on your own, practice on your own. Of course, you have to regularly practice, give some time for learning English, but you will ultimately master English language. Now, from where to start, how to start, what to do, I will talk about those topics, about everything. Now, first, you need to understand one thing. Sorry. The amount of time it takes to learn English from scratch. I presume that you know nothing about English, right? You are starting from scratch. In that case, you are a beginner. In that case, it depends on several factors. Your current language background. If your native language shares similarities with English, like German or French, you might pick it up faster. But you are coming from a different background. That means your native language is Hindi or Bengali or Marathi or Tamil, etc. It will take a little bit more time than a Frenchman or a German. Your learning style. Some people prefer visual learning, others auditory. They use their ears, and some a mix of this, visual and hearing both. Understanding your style can help you choose the most effective learning methods. Number 3 is very, very important. The amount of time you can dedicate to learning. Consistent practice is the key. Even a short amount of time daily can make a significant difference. And finally, what are your goals? Are you aiming for conversational fluency, academic proficiency, or professional use? Your goals will influence the depth of your learning. Now, here is a general estimate I'm trying to give you. If you want to grow basic conversational skills, 3 to 6 months with consistent practice, that means 2 to 3 hours daily, is enough. You will develop a very good conversational skill. You can speak in English, you can communicate freely, confidently in English. It will take 3 to 6 months. Intermediate level, that means a little bit advanced than that conversation skill. That means you can write, you can express your emotions or feelings in your writing using different types of sentences, etc. Learning good grammars, etc. Basic sentence structure. It will take another 6 to 12 months. With consistent practice, of course, 2 to 3 hours per day. And above that, on top of that, there are advanced level. That will take 1 to 2 years. With consistent practice, of course, 2 to 3 hours per day. And in that period, what you need to do, I'll tell you. In a minute, I'm going to tell you everything. Okay, what you will do in that 3 to 6 months, what you will do in that 6 to 12 months, and what you will do in that 1 to 2 years. I'm going to tell you everything. But remember, these are just estimates. It can vary from man to man, person to person. Okay, so some people learn faster, others a little bit slower. The most important thing is to enjoy the learning process. Like, if you don't enjoy the learning process, it will take more time. And if you enjoy the learning process, it will take less time. And of course, you should be patient with yourself. That means after 2 months, you just think, oh no, I'm not it's not happening, it's not working. No, you need to be patient. Okay, so here are some tips, basic tips that will help you to learn English faster. And it is you can implement these tips in your every step of journey. That means in the learning conversational skills or intermediate level or advanced level. These tips are always should be there. These tips should be there. First of all, immerse yourself with the language. Watch English movies, TV programs, news channels, of course. Listen to English songs. That is very, very important. And read English books and articles as often as possible. Practice speaking English regularly. That means find a language exchange partner or join an English conversation group. There are a lot of online groups are also there. You can join there also. Otherwise, just stand before the mirror and talk with yourself. Right? Use language learning apps and websites. There are a lot of apps. In your mobile, you will find some apps. There are also websites. And of course, the YouTube is there. And there are a lot of good tutorials on this topic. So you will find a lot of resources, today. So there will be no dearth of resources. Lot of resources, lot. You can just search and find them and immerse yourself in that language. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't worry about what you are speaking, what you are telling, what you are. Don't worry about your pronunciation. No, not worry about it. Okay. Mistakes are a natural part of the learning process in everywhere, every field. Don't be afraid to make them, and don't be discouraged if you don't understand everything at first. Everything at first you will not understand. So forget about it. Okay. Just go ahead. Set realistic goals. You cannot think that in 3 months you will master English. That is not possible. Just not possible. However genius you are, that is not possible. If you are a complete beginner, right? So set your goals realistic. Don't try to learn everything at once, step by step, and practice one step, then again re-practice that step, then the next step. Again practice, re-practice, then come back to the last step, again practice, re-practice, this kind of things. So set small achievable goals and celebrate your progress. Okay, in 1 month, okay, I have learned these words, I have learned these sentences, I can speak, I have some confidence. Okay, good. So let me start with the 3 to 6 months conversation skill, how to build a conversational skill. Phase 1 is the building the foundation, of course, because learn the phonetic alphabet, understand the sounds of English letters, that means A, B, C, D, E, F kind of things, and how they combine to form words. This will help with pronunciation. But don't worry about pronunciation at the beginning. Basic vocabulary. If you know about, if you learn around 800 words, 500 to 800 words at max, it covers everything that you need in your everyday life. That means if you know around 500 to 800 words, English words, you can go with your English language, no problem. Next comes simple sentence structure. Learn to form simple sentences using subject, verb, object patterns. And there are a lot of videos in my channel on that topic only. So I will create a different playlist on simple sentence structure. So don't worry about it. So phase 2 is practice. Of course, practice. Because in that phase, you need to listen a lot. First of all, watch English movies, TV channels, news channels, especially. And if you find subtitles, you will find it in YouTube. So I will tell you to watch more YouTube channels in English. Listen to English songs, right? And try to understand the lyrics. You can read the lyrics at the first, then listen to the songs, so that you can match them, and hearing those words, it will give you more confidence. listen to English podcasts or audiobooks. And now comes the speaking part. Practice speaking with a language partner. It's the best idea to have a partner with which you can speak English, or even you can join a language exchange group, or you can record yourself speaking and listen back to identify areas for improvement. Or you can also join online communities, language communities, where you can chat with native English speakers. These are all available for free. Remember, online you can avail these facilities. There are a lot of resources available, so you have to search them, find them, and use them. And of course, there is AI tool like Gemini Bard or ChatGPT. Especially, I will recommend AI tool like Gemini Bard, which has a mic speaker, so that you can listen to the voice at the same time. And the reading part should include simple books, articles, news stories, etc. It's available online. You can always read. So immerse yourself more and more for 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. There is no barrier, in fact. But it should strictly be maintained that daily 2 to 3 hours per day, daily. You need to fix it up. Then you should increase it, rather. And if you are uncomfortable with books for adult books, then you can read children's books, simple sentences, simple structure, and it will help you to build vocabulary, comprehension, etc. Now come the writing part. Write about sentences and paragraphs to practice grammar and vocabulary. These are simple sentences. Try simple sentences. Don't jump for compound or complex sentences at first. And keep a journal in English to track your progress. Have a diary. Okay. So you can keep the track. Phase 3 includes expanding your vocabulary and grammar. First of all, learn common phrases. Because vocabulary doesn't consist only words. You need to learn some common phrases and idioms. I have separate playlists for that, so please check them. Practice basic grammar. I have a separate playlist for English grammar, basic English grammar, so please check them. And focus on essential grammar rules like tenses, articles, prepositions, what are nouns, all the parts of speech, different types of verbs, phrasal verbs. And you need to develop conversational skills. Practice asking and answering questions, expressing opinions, telling stories. You can just stand in front of a mirror and just start speaking English, right? If you don't have any partner or something like that. Now, for this 3 to 6 months roadmap, there are some additional tips. Number 1 is realistic goal. You cannot expect a lot of improvement in 3 or 6 months. So break down your learning into smaller, achievable goals. I'll talk about it, how to set goals, achievable goals. I'll talk about it in separate videos. So keep watching this channel and you will find more on it. Be patient. You have to be patient. You have to be have the patience to don't get frustrated that okay, I don't progress. There is no improvement, kind of things. That will come to your mind at the first phase, but you will overcome it after the phase is over. So don't worry about it. Be patient. And as I said before, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Forget about pronunciation at the beginning. Forget about the sentence structure at the beginning. Forget about everything. Only just keep listening to new words. Try to replicate them. Try to copy them. Try to pick up. That is it. Try to write few simple sentences. Okay. Try to play with simple grammatical rules, kind of things. Immerse yourself more and more with books, with everything, right? That means you need to surround yourself with that language, that means English language here, as much as possible. And use learning apps or language apps if possible for you, of course. If not possible, no problem. You just watch YouTube. In YouTube, you will get plenty of tons of good tutorials from native speakers, from non-native speakers like us. So you will get a lot of resources. Don't worry about it. And by following this roadmap and practicing consistently, You can develop basic conversational skills within a few months. I guarantee you, within a few months, you will develop good conversational skills and writing skills also. Basic writing skills, basic conversational skills, basic writing skills. These are basic, but enough to give you enough confidence. Remember, the key is to have fun. You need to enjoy your learning process. That is it, right? Now come to the roadmap to intermediate English. That means this phase is over. Now come to the intermediate English. That means you need to develop or improve your language skills that you have already achieved. Again, I will start with building on the foundation and I will start with expanding vocabulary, because continuing building your vocabulary, focusing on more complex words and phrases, basic grammar, master basic grammar. You need to deepen your understanding of grammar rules, including tenses, verb forms, sentence structures, but in some advanced stage. Okay. Improve pronunciation. Now, this part, in this intermediate part, you need to listen to the words. It's available in Google also. You can type any word. It will give you an auditory output. So you can just press the button and you will hear it through your boxes or through your headphones. Okay. So improve pronunciation. Try to copy that pronunciation. Developing fluency. And to develop fluency, you need to read extensively. This part, this intermediate part, requires a lot of reading. So you need to read books, online articles, news in English, pay attention to sentence structures, especially here, vocabulary, overall flow of the text, right? And listen actively. This time, the listening part it has to be changed. That means listen to English podcasts, audiobooks, news broadcasts, and try to understand the nuances of spoken English, including sentences with accents, even slang. Okay, and speak regularly now. Practice speaking with native English speaker. It really helps for other language learners. If you don't get anyone, I again repeat that stand before the mirror and talk to yourself. Okay. Join conversation groups, if possible, online conversation groups. And in this phase, writing consistently. You need to write every day. You need to write emails, essays, journal entries in English. Pay attention to grammar, vocabulary, sentence structure. Try to play with them, try to change them. And phase 3 is mastering advanced skills, because in this intermediate phase, the next step is advanced. So in this intermediate phase, you need to master advanced skills or start mastering advanced skills. So study extensively idioms and phrasal verbs, especially phrasal verbs. Learn common idioms and most commonly used phrasal verbs that sound more natural and fluent. I have a separate video on phrasal verbs, 3 separate videos, and I will keep them in one place so that you can have the whole thing in one video. Practice advanced grammar. Now comes to the advanced grammar stage, because advanced grammar topics such as conditionals, reported speech, passive voice, these are advanced part. Okay, these are not basic grammar. So you need to concentrate on this topic, and I have separate videos on every topic. So don't worry, you will get this in my channel. Develop critical thinking skills. Here is the catch. Look, read complex text and analyze them critically, right? Because critical thinking in English is only possible when you master the basic skills. And in this part, the writing skills is very important. So practice writing formal and informal letters, essays, try to write stories or reports. Read a news report. Just one read, then forget about it. Write your own report, right? So you need to practice writing every day. That is important. And here are some additional tips also, like you need to have clear goals, define specific learning goals, and track your progress through journal, through diary. You need to use learning apps utilize language learning apps to practice vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, and immerse yourself in English more and more and more. Surround yourself with English as much as possible and stretch that hour from 2 to 3 hours to 6 to 7 hours per day, so that you spend a lot of time with English language, right? Reading English books, writing English, different types of English reports, essays, etc. Listen to English music, or watch English movies, TV shows. Again, find a language partner, or don't be afraid to make mistake, and overall stay motivated, because you need to stay motivated, right? Because you have crossed 6 months. Now you are almost crossing 1 year, and already you are feeling more confident. So now this is the time to go beyond this phase and grab the advanced skills. Okay, so advanced skills, to achieve advanced skills in English, again I will repeat that the foundation should be solidified. That means you need to now master complex grammar. Complex grammar means what? Complex grammar means you need to understand advanced grammatical concepts like subjunctive mood, relative clauses, inverted sentences. I have a different playlist for advanced grammatical skills. Okay, so you will get these topics there. Advanced English grammar. Okay, and expand your vocabulary. Vocabulary means not only words, I again repeat, phrases, sentences, small sentences, big sentences. You need to learn them by heart. And refine pronunciation. This part is very important, because now you cannot forget about pronunciation. You have already crossed the basic and intermediate barrier. So you need to refine your pronunciation. There are a lot of good YouTube channels which cover this topic, this pronunciation. Okay, and I will recommend those channels specially. You can search them, of course, like pronunciation practice or something like that. There are native speakers, many native speakers who are teaching in YouTube how to pronounce a sentence, what kind of words should be dropped while practicing pronunciation. So there are a lot of tips and things you will get there. Okay, so native like pronunciation is very important in that phase, that advanced phase. And developing fluency and accuracy is, of course, an important section of this advanced stage, because you need to now read challenging text. Challenging text means what? Read academic papers, novels, okay, news articles to improve reading comprehension and vocabulary. Now listen to carefully the lectures, debates, podcasts, a little bit complex topics to improve listening comprehension and note taking skills. You should now you need to write it down. You listen to it and write it down. And now speak confidently. Okay. Don't hesitate. Practice speaking on a variety of topics, including current events, personal opinions, professional matters, everything. And write persuasively. Persuasively means what? Write essays, reports, proposals to develop your writing skills every day. Try to write stories. Even try to write novels. Okay. Now your goal should be broader, extensive. Extend your goal. And achieving near native proficiency is possible. It's not impossible task, because you should study English literature in this part. Read classic and contemporary English literature to understand the nuances of the language. Practice idiomatic expressions. Learn and use idiomatic expressions to sound more natural and fluent. Master cultural nuances, because understand cultural references and humor to improve your intercultural communication skills. Every language has its own humor, wit and humor. So you need to understand that, right? That is the cultural part. And take advanced English courses. Now comes to take the advanced English courses. If possible, enroll yourself in advanced English courses to receive structured instruction and feedback. If not possible, don't worry, because in my playlist you will find advanced English course where I have tried my best to put this topic into one place so that you can improve yourself more and more. And again, here comes tips like this time your goals should be rather ambitious. Okay, so challenge yourself to reach higher levels of proficiency and immerse yourself, surround yourself with a lot of music, songs, TV shows, cinemas, movies, books, okay, literature, language exchange partner, finding a language exchange partner, talk to yourself, join online communities, uh, seek feedback from other community members, and of course, stay motivated. Because the learning process is never ending. It will never end, and it will always go from one point to other. It will always expand. It's ever expanding, right? So English learning is an ever expanding journey, and you will immerse yourself into this journey. You need to stay motivated for that, and after a level, you will find that you are more confident. You are feeling more confident, and then you set your goals, extend your goals again, stretch it beyond your capacity, challenge yourself, and by this manner and by following this roadmap that I uh, more or less made for you, just following this roadmap and practice consistently. By practicing consistently, you can achieve an advanced level of English. It's possible. Okay. So remember, the journey to advanced English is a continuous process that requires dedication, patience, and a passion for learning. Thanks for watching, and please watch the playlist all I have made, and I'm trying to add them as fast as possible so that you can catch them up, catch them. But basically, my target is to help the beginners first. Then I will try to reach the intermediate learners. Then I will concentrate on advanced topics. It will take some time for me, like 3 months or 4 months. By 4 months or 6 months, you'll get a full English course here in my channel. So see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Stay safe. Take care.